Greetings, warriors of the ring. My name is Strider656, and I'm thrilled to welcome you back for yet another adventure through Middle-earth. In this series, I'll be playing random ladder matches on Discord and showing you War of the Ring games from my perspective by only viewing my cards and sharing with you my thoughts and in-game reactions while trying to keep the end result a mystery. Other players are aware that I'm making a video, as I ask permission both before and after playing. Hope that you enjoyed this video. I encourage you to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. This video today features, I'm going to pronounce the name wrong, but I'm going to try my best, JZW27. I really can't pronounce that wrong, but so I'm playing JZW27, and this was a ladder match that we played actually last night, and this is a very fun one. This is a Lords of Middle-earth game. And before we get into it, let me just introduce JZW27 to you. JZW27 has been playing War of the Ring since early 2020. His college roommate, Kandov, on the Discord, introduced him to the game on the board, and they stayed a very late many nights until COVID sent us home from college playing. And then when we were at home in lockdown, we started playing on the Discord. He had finally done the tournament. Oh, he had done the tournament the year before and played a few games in the ladder. Then we got really into it for the rest of 2020. A fun fact is that he has... I used to have like a 200 shadow to free ladder differential. It's not really a point of pride, but he did have a saucy shadow military. So, this is a really fun game. I want to dedicate this video to Josh Davis. I'm dedicating this to you because if you don't know, I also do Fury of Dracula games, and I was literally in the middle of a live stream, and I was playing a game, and then I would say someone commented, I'm like, "What is this?" And it was Josh Davis says, "We want Lord of the Rings, War of the Ring," and then he left. So this is to you. This is your War of the Ring. I know that's the content, but I do also like Fury of Dracula. So let's see how this game goes. So I'm playing Shadow here. He's playing free. This is a regular ladder game. I draw New Power is Rising and give this to us. I allocate an eye. And I roll this. Not bad. But then he rolls this. Gandalf gives an eye. I say, I'll take that. And then I look, I'm like, oh no. We all know it. We know it's coming. I said, I know what I would do if I were you. I said, move the Fellowship. He says, definitely. And so I said, here we go. I'm getting my dice ready. And, nope, moving Strider and a Hobbit to Moria. I decided that I'm going to start condensing into Mordor and maybe attack Gondor from this threat. He moves again. What I could do... I'm going to get a ring. I could use everything else as musters, potentially. And I could get Isengard down, Saruman, but I can't get anything else. And I can get the Balrog if I want. If I want to get 2 more dice. Well, let's see what I do, though. Gives me his ring. I let him go ahead. He thinks for how he's going to do it, and Strider decides he wants to go to Minas Tirith with a Hobbit. So Mary is in Minas Tirith with him. I decide to use my token now. And I decided to bring Gothmog in. And my thought is I want to have a realistic threat on Minas Tirith. He says, moving the Fellowship. And I go, yes. And he flips Aragorn. I do a frown, and I move out. And I thought originally maybe I'll block here, but the thing about Lords of Middle-earth is if he gets excited and wants to attack into Gondor, he's going to get a gift called the Mouth, because I can easily take that back. I'm not really worried. So I get Gothmog, and that's the end of the turn. Plus, I still have the ring. I draw Fighting Uruk-hai, Lure of the Ring. My original plan last turn, by the way, was to use New Power is Rising, but I didn't get the rolls I needed, and I want to threaten Gondor. Says Fellowship, good. I allocate no ice, he didn't move, and I roll 2. And he has a nice roll. I say, should I cue the Sir Robin music? Which is Sir Robin runs away. I say, no, exactly what I'm talking about. He moves the ring, and I miss. I attack his Gilead. No card. And he moves Gondor down, no card. And I get 2 hits, which is great, because he can't even retreat into Minas Tirith. He gets none back. And now I say cue music. He runs away. We actually disconnect here for a little bit. And I write my song. When Gothmog showed his ugly head, Aragorn grabbed his crown. And to Rohan he fled. I had a better one before, but I don't remember what it was. It's got lost because the game actually froze when I wrote it. So he says, total wimp. And now I don't really have a desire to push Gondor to war when he has 2 musters showing. So now my plan is I'm gonna go after I'm gonna go after Rohan, because the way I see it, Aragorn's there, and if I push out, I could potentially take Aragorn up because he's not going to want to reinforce Rohan when he has Strider just hanging out there, which is why I think I would have put him in Eastamnet instead. He passes, and I bring Saruman in. He plays 5 Galadriel, and now I play New Powers Rising. So Aragorn's hanging out in Westamnet. I'm like, what are you going to do? I'm going to threaten it. And look what he does. He moves up. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to meet him to battle. So Saruman is like, yes, Lord, I'm going to go take out Aragorn on the field. I just laugh. I say it's too good. So he moves those guys up to Edoras and moves one guy back here. I attack forwards with no card. I don't roll enough dice, but I still get my hit. Does not hit back. And now I'm right out there. So I have a chance to kill Aragorn here. Unless he gives me a ring. So he moves Rohan down. And I think about attacking, but I don't want to help bring him to war. I don't want him to retreat under siege, because he might have Path of the Woses, and I don't really want to deal with that at all. And I also don't want to deal with Saruman dying, so move those 3 down too. Why not? So what I just did is I moved guys into Moria if you missed it, and I moved these guys from South Dunland down here. So I draw Captain of Despair and Return of the Witch King. Not bad. Allocate an eye. He can get the ring back. I don't know if he rolled Gandalf's eye last time. But this time I get my eye with Gandalf. Thank you, Gandalf. Gandalf the all-seeing. He's a silly Gandalf. He wants to die. I say brave, brave, brave. The sequel incoming. Because I want to see if Aragorn's going to run away. I'm curious. He's with his troops. Rohan's like, the king is here. So what I thought he was going to do is I thought he was going to play like Dead Men Have Done hero. Or some kind of movement card. But he played Riders of Theoden. Now I'm going to attack. And I have a Storm of Bats in hand. So he plays Advantageous Position, which doesn't work. So I hit on 5s here. And I didn't hit at all. I said, that one great. So this big epic fight turned into absolutely nothing. He got nothing back. So we're just out there in the field swinging plastic swords at each other and making faces. So I said, that was an epic battle. He presses and goes to Edoras, and I decide I want to chase Aragorn. Because I don't care if he goes for Orthanc. I mean, Rohan's at war. But I could always move my 3 guys in. He decides to muster up another regular in Fold, and I think that's what is that? Fold and Edoras. And I'm thinking I'm just gonna move everyone to war. If he wants to muster up, I don't really care. I'm gonna get my guys going because I could attack, but I don't think it's gonna go well for me, and I'm worried that he's gonna actually fight back and do a military press. I don't have any Nazgul to help me here. And I just don't want to have that fight right now. So he brings another elite in. I put Helm's Deep under siege. Because I do want to at least when Helm's Deep over, I have fighting Uruk-hai to take them out, which I play. I get no card, no hits. He gets 2 back. A no card, no card. I get my hits there, and he gets 1 back. But they hit a few. And what does he do? He moves the Fellowship. So if he gets hit, he could lose Gandalf. I'm hoping that I hit it for a 0 reveal. That's the best case scenario. And I hit and draw 3, which is scary for me. So now I think I have to use my ring. So I can move those guys into Orthanc. And I move the Southrons and Easterlings right outside here, because I'm worried about potential military shenanigans. And that'll help block. He passes. I decide to draw a card. I get half orcs and goblin men, which could help anywhere on the board, especially for military stuff. Which once you see a 2/3 army, that's starting to get scary for me. And Gandalf shows up in Fangorn, and I decide just to do a regular muster so that it's up to 5 HP in Orthanc. Because I'm really not in a rush because the Fellowship isn't moving too fast. So I'm not worried at this point in the game. I draw Orc Patrol and Hill Trolls. Hill Trolls is great for a military defense if I need it. And then JZW says, yeah, at least you can't roll an eye again, which is true. I have to allocate an eye. I say one can hope. And I roll 4 eyes. Now I'm kind of scared of the military potential that he could have. So even though I could bring the Witch King in, I don't want to because I don't want to lose Gothmog. I'd rather keep rolling Gothmog. It's fine. That's what I think. Plus, it would activate the nations. And he says, even though you can't roll eyes, I can. So he decides to keep mustering up in Rohan. Rohan's starting to look ridiculous. It's not from Rohan. Says, I wish I could say I could. He's bringing his other elite in. I said I had 1 chance to kill Aragorn. He respects it, he says. So what's going on in the game right now? Aragorn is just hanging out in Edoras, and people are disappearing. They're disappearing. And I decide to move towards Lorien. And I see more guys. Now I'm getting worried. He's going to have a 5/5 army. And I think about just defending. So I just move these guys up to Nirn. Because what I'm thinking is he could have through a day and a night. Which would get him like right outside of here and take that. And here they're moving. I say, uh-oh. And he was the other guy down from here. I'm not going Dale. I didn't say it before, but he separated Gimli from the Fellowship. So Gimli's just an Erebor hanging out. And I don't go doing LOME that often. And I protect all of my strongholds, so make sure there's 5s around. And I decide to move the Southrons and Easterlings west. So I'm not going Dale. Normally you bring him Dale. I don't do that. Fellowship is moving. Hoping I can hit, because then I can bring in the chief. And I miss. I think about Lorien, but I decide not to. Don't forget, shadow play, you're allowed to take back as long as you don't kill your die. Actually, either side can. The other thing is if I say no card, they say no card, then we roll. We have to go with it. You can take back until shadow decides to play a card. I remember the military stuff. So I actually think, and I muster a regular here. Minas Morgul. What did I just do? I think I mustered a regular in Marine and a regular in Dol Guldur. He moves Elrond, and I'm really worried because he could double move now. So he could do through a day and a night, then attack before I can do anything. I do have Hill Trolls. That's why I had put 2 there. So if he attacks, I could Hill Troll, then attack him from outside. But you never know with this game. So I literally backtrack. Because I don't want to deal with it. And he plays guards of the Citadel. So he's sitting on guards probably hoping that I would attack. But Gondor isn't at war. Rohan is. So now what I was expecting, I was waiting for through a day and a night. So right now Aragorn the king is returning from his kingly adventure into the hills of Rohan. He's on the edge. I say I was waiting through day and a night. He says, yeah, he's been holding on to guards and didn't want to lose it. I respect that. I get Corsairs and Black Captain Commands. Now I'm in a situation where I didn't play any cards last turn, and I'm kind of regretting it. So I have to make a decision of what I want to get rid of. All these cards are great. I believe I get rid of Lure of the Ring, and I get rid of Give It to Us. Or I think that's what I get rid of. I got rid of Give It. Yeah, I kept Orc Patrol after actually. Then I got rid of Lure of the Ring. Allocate an eye. He is good with his roll. Plays Elven Rope. I decide I'm still scared of military, so I'm actually gonna go on the offense here and attack the large armies. Is what I'm thinking. And I can play Corsairs of Umbar now because I went down here. He draws a strategy card. And the Southerners East Wings all the way to war. Hoping he doesn't see it. There's a Fellowship. I hit. And it's 0 reveal. And I don't have the muster I need now. Because I don't have a ring anymore. And I use my musters to bring the Southerners and Easterlings to war. So he'll be no Witch King this turn unless he gives me a ring. And Moria draws an eye. So 0 reveal an eye is not. That was great. Great for him. Let's see what I do. Oh, I think I did something weird. Anyway, now I decide I want to play a card. I want to play Corsairs of Umbar. And I'm going to move all of them there because I'm protected. I have this large force if needed. And I'm planning to go all the way back through here. And if he decides to play like Dead Men Have Done here, you don't bring the full contingent. You do that if you had Path of the Woses, though. So he brings another elite into Minas Tirith. I attack DA with no card. I don't have any cards I can really play. I could play We Come to Kill, but I want to save that for potential saving my own skin. I got 1 hit. He gets 2 back. I press. He plays a shield wall. I get no hits. He gets 1. I press again, and I only get 1. He gets 1. And that's that. He musters using his Will of the West to get a regular in Pelargir and 1 in Minas Tirith. Now he's got 2 very large armies. I play half Orcs and Goblin Men before I start my attack again. I'm saving Hill Trolls just in case, but I'm feeling decent right now. He flips the Fellowship. I attack DA again. And I get my 6, and he doesn't hit back. So now I'm gonna use that large force to take out the rest of Gondor, potentially. So here I go. I leave 1 behind just in case he does any sneaky business. At least I have the Southerners and Easterlings are going to hang out. So they just finished the battle. Now there's one guy who's like, guys, you go ahead. I'm going to have dinner. I'm going to eat here. So he's having his barbecue. And these Southerners and Easterlings smell the barbecue, so they're coming down from Mordor. They're like, what's that I smell in DA? And I decide, yeah, this is good enough army. We go to the next round. I draw King's Reveal, which I can play, just to get large forces. Again, I see 2 large armies. As Shadow, the best defense against large armies is to actually attack them, as long as you have large armies around. Because unlike the Shadow Army, which has unlimited resources, their force pool is limited. So if you look here, he's only got 2 regulars in Rohan left. He's got 2 elites in in Gondor. But that's my thoughts. I'm going to throw all these large forces at him and just pincer him. And I don't want to give him a chance to play Círdan ships, so I'm going to leave the elves alone. Fellowship is good. I roll no more eyes. And he musters an elite in Pelargir. And I'm going to attack it with my Lamden. With no card. I could have played a card. I could have played Relentless Assault. But I want to use the card for its actual ability. No hits. He gets no hits. I press. he runs to Losternox. No, he can make one large army. So part of me is sad about this, but part of me is okay because Osgiliath is still protected, and I still have plenty of troops around. I have an 8-1 up here. I have a 7-1 here. I have a 9-1, a 5-1. I have a 3-2. All right. He brings another elite into Minas Tirith. I bring the Ring Wraith guy in because I want to cycle cards and I don't want to bring anyone to war because this looks like it's going to be a military game. Let's see what he does. Aragorn is back. The king is back in Gondor after his very royal exit. He's back, maybe for some vengeance. And he thinks about how he's going to do this. Looks like he's possibly doing a military push through these troops. He's got 15 HP. I have 7. I want to repeat that again. 15, 7. This one has 11. But at least I have advantage in Pelargir. So I think, and I decide to move towards on the Fellowship with these guys and move out towards this army. He takes Pelargir, no card. I'm not going to play any cards. I don't want to help him hit me. He gets nothing, and I get 3. So it was 7. It's 15 to 7. Now it's 12 to 7. He presses. I stay. He plays a daylight on me. He gets nothing again. I get nothing back. So there was no hits that round at least. He presses no card. He gets 1 hit, and I get 3. So his rolls are going pretty bad. As a matter of fact, looking at statistics here, he is looking at a negative. You can't see it right now. I'll move it up. -4. I'm at -1, but it's worse for him right now, especially if he wants to get a military push on me. So I feel kind of guilty, but it is War of the Ring, and this is a luck-based game. I know people think it's skill. I mean, there's some skill involved in terms of knowing what to do, but sometimes even the most skillful player will lose to someone who's not the best because it's a luck game. 3 more. He presses again. I decided I'm going to stay. Now it's a 9 HP army to a 6. Don't forget it was a 15 to a 7 before. I do no card. He gets the 4 hits here. And I get 3 back. He presses, I think, on casualties. And I decide to run my guys back to his Gilead. His man, that did not go well for me. Now I'm going to attack from his Gilead into Pelargir as my plan. He recognized he lost 10 hit points. He actually lost 9. But it was brutal for him. I attack Pelargir from his Gilead. I decide I want to play probably Cruel as Death or They Are Terrible. I don't remember which one I do. Cruel as Death against his scout. So he runs away to Losternock. I put 1 there, so we could always attack him there if he wants. But I'm gonna I would keep playing merry-go-round, because he still has this gigantic army in the forest, just watching this battle. So Strider is watching poor Mary struggle with his force. He passes. I attack Edoras because I want to finish off Rohan. I get my hit. He doesn't. I put 1 guy behind, and then I decide to move them all in, which I say could be a mistake, but you never know. I play the king is revealed. He moves the dwarves down. I decide to move my forces closer to him. And now he decides to play Elrond to move the Fellowship. I draw 3. At least I hit him. Right? At least I hit him. And by not revealing him, I can still cycle character cards as needed, even though I haven't played any. I ask him where my ring is. He gets it for me. I say thank you. He says, of course. And now I'm gonna surround Aragorn's army as my plan. You probably see what he can do, what my mistake is. So now I move even closer to him. And this is probably stupid as hell. And then I realize it is stupid as hell. Because now I can easily just go back, and I have nothing I can do to stop it. I could move out of Orthanc, but we'll see what happens. But I won't make it because he goes first next round. I draw threats and promises down, and they went. Fellowship good. He asked to declare. I said that's fine. Of course he can. I roll no more eyes, and Elrond rolls an eye. I say thank you. And now that giant army is in is here. So he could go after Orthanc if he wanted. And he reinforces up here in Minas Tirith. So Minas Tirith is now, I'm not worried about Rohan, about Mordor or Umbar being attacked at this point. Let's see what's going on. All right. I decided to take the Aragorn army. I think about it. And instead, I don't want to push him here and then walk in. I'll just have him use a thing, because then I'd be attacking on a 6. I don't want this army to weaken, so I just move my guys closer to him. And then this is what I do. Now he's moving some guys into Helm's Deep to retake, and he's going into Fangorn. So I'm gonna attack them. So I try surrounding Fangorn. It's my idea now. Now what I expect. What game have you seen Force of Rohan units in Fangorn? So yeah, I'm gonna attack it for sure. So JZW is having a blast. He says, "This is what I've been hoping for a long time. I never make these choices. It's so fun." So this is gonna be fun. So it'll make a fun video. And he plays I Will Go Alone to put Pippin in Fangorn too. I was thinking he was going to use I Will Go Alone to move companions, but that's not how that card works. This is only to separate companions, so it doesn't move them. But Pippin leaves, and now everyone's there. He says, "Why not?" Now I decide to muster to do the voice ability to bring some more elites in Fangorn. Sorry, in Orthanc, I'm sorry. He passes. I move Gothmog. And I keep thinking. And instead I decide I want to surround the Aragorn army. And I mistakenly moved one more, but I correct it. And I think he's going to run away. I said, cue the music again. I think I was redoing it. And he goes to the fords of... He goes to the fords of Eisen. Now I'm going to definitely attack him soon. I play Captain of Despair so I can cycle character cards, see if I can maybe draw into Ringrazor Abroad. The Black Captain commands I could play, but I don't want to risk the Black Captain and kill him. And I draw Cruel Weather. He moves Pippin. Looks like he's condensing troops into Helm's Deep to protect it. And he moves these guys towards DA. So... Oh, I think I do a misplay coming up, guys. Let's see if it happens. I really do. Let me see what happens here. He moves the Fellowship. And I roll 656. I say, good. That's a great number. That's my tag. He draws an eye. And Smeagol joins the Fellowship. I play the Black Captain commands. But I play it wrong. Because that's Ringrazor Abroad that I did. So JZW, I am so sorry. That should never have happened. There's Ringrazor Abroad. But I don't draw for that. Now I condense armies, move him here so that he's surrounded. And he can't run away to... He can't run down. So, as I'm rewatching again, feel bad about it. I mean, I guess I could have used a ring to move him, to make it work. But we're having an epic battle in this place. which never happens. So I'll call it the Battle of Druaith Tar. I attack the Gandalf army. I'm going to play We Come to Kill on it. Doesn't shine. He plays a Brave Stand. So I count his companions here. There's only 2. I roll 3 dice. I get 2 hits. And he gets 2 back. And now we come to kill. And I get 1. I press and he runs up. And he says, scared out as I was expecting. Then I move my guys wrong again and I fix it. So again, apologize to JZW and people who watch the channel. I don't actively try to do that. It just happened. So anyway, I draw Denethor's Folly, Lidless Eye. I forget to allocate, so I go from the right side, which is correct. Even though that's my best die, I lose it. I say, stay for another fight. He says, haha, you wish. And he moves the guys to Minahuriath. And I say, baby Gandalf. And he goes from north down to Bree. Now I decided I wanted to finish off Rohan. Because, Gondor. Because it's pretty clear now. I don't get any hits. He gets no hits. And he stays because he realizes if he moves him back, then he's going to have to put in reinforcements anyway. I do get him. He plays 3 rings for the Elven King. Gets 1 ring back. And he tries taking Elrond. I'm like, no. You take from reinforcements. Because you take the rule that says you take the counters of your choice first from those out of play, and then if they're not enough, from the possession of the shadow player. So this is better than none. I attack Minas Tirith from the southwest. He goes under siege. He flips a fellowship. I play Denethor's Folly. He kills the leader. I almost forget about that. Now he plays the ring to move the fellowship. I hit, and it's an I. And now I decide it's time to move into Minas Tirith and move these troops here. He passes. Looks like I am upgrading with Gothmog's ability. I attack Minas Tirith. He can't card. So I play Devilry of Orthanc, and I get 4, which is amazing. He gets 1 back. I press. I don't get to draw, though. I get 1. He gets 1. I press. And I kill him. Alright. He brings Galadriel in to prevent the eye effect. I should be discarding Denethor's Folly, too, by the way. And then I decide to use a ring to move up towards Rohan. He plays Elven Cloaks. I play Anna, and they went. One thing I'm worried about here is Path of the Woses, because that could be a thing. And he could march right back in. Alright, I draw Isildur's Bane, Orc multiplying again. Allocate an eye, because I have to. And he rolls all that movement. So what about you're doing? So he hides the Fellowship. I play Isildur's Bane, because I'm thinking I want to reveal him, but I totally forgot that Gollum's the guide. So let's look at the hunt pool. So nothing would reveal him anyway. And he draws a 1. I mean, I guess that's not bad. If I had drew an eye, that would be even better for him, because then he could never be revealed on his way. Unless he wants to be. He moves the Fellowship again. I hit, and I draw. Oh, I don't draw anything. I play Cruel Weather on him to move him back onto the Witch King. But I don't draw because that I didn't play the card while the Witch King was on him. Moves the Fellowship. I totally miss. So he's 1-2. He's got to go 2 more. I decide to go after here again. I decide to vacate Fangorn or vacate Orthanc because I'm not really worried about it being taken out. There's a fellowship again. I draw 2 because I hit him. He was corruption up and decides to use the reveal so he blocks 1 point of corruption. Plus he knows the next 2 he's going to automatically get in. I condense back up. I'm thinking of going Lorien now. He passes and I block Path of the Woes, so I almost forgot. I say I could try it. I don't know what I'm talking about. The only thing I could try to win the game here. Because if I attack Lorien and I attack Helm's Deep, there's a chance I could come back. He uses he runs his guys into Helm's Deep to protect. And I decide to have 2 large armies to block them off. And he hides the Fellowship. I don't know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing. So I'm moving back into Gondor because I'm worried that he might have Dead Men of Dun hero. And he smartly has at least 3 reinforcements. And I don't want him to play Dead Men into Lamden and then walk into Dol Amroth without... So I'm just making sure wherever he moves, he has to fight my guys. He uses a ring to move again. And he hits. I rolled too many, though. And I draw 2 reveal. And he doesn't take the... he doesn't flip that one. Which I don't blame him. I decide to muster another elite in Parth Calabria. I'm taking my time. I know I'm going to get my points in... my plan is Lorien and Helm's Deep. So he's in Mordor. And I am... What did I just draw into? I drew We Won't Go Back and Most Rings of a Long Planned War. Alright. So he could easily dunk. Look, because if you let's look at the hunt pool. I want to tell you why. Even though his corruption's high, a lot of these tiles are low. He's got 1, 2, 3 zeros, 3 ones, just 1, 2, 1, 3, and a -2. The eyes would hurt a little bit, but not with this kind of roll that I had here. Oh, I did bring the Balrog in last turn. Sorry, I missed that, everyone. Balrog is in, so I get more dice. So, okay. This is all my plans. So now I'm going to try to win the game here, potentially. He plays Winds from the West, and I'm like, whatever. Look at my own cards. So I say, have fun with these cards. I said, I'll help you. I put Lidless Eye down for him. And he decides to take the Desperate Battle away. I said to flip the Balrog. It makes sense. He draws his character card. I attack Helm's Deep. He plays Challenge of the King. So let's look at the pool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. 4 to 14 is an I. So 0 reveal, a 1 reveal, and a 1. So if he had moved the Fellowship, that could have been the draws I had instead. But you never know. And he's got no rings left. He says fun. He says he never plays that card. And I said, that's not going to encourage you to play it. I decide to bring the mouth in, the regular mouth. He draws a character card. I draw a strategy card. Because I know I need to be able to hurt here. How much leadership do I have? I do have 5 leadership. He passes. I attack Lorien. Passes again. And I said I want to take Lorien out first. I think no card. Then I decide to play... probably they are terrible. Because I can give up 1 point of Nazgul leadership. He plays Mighty Attack. I get 1. And I re-roll 2. Which for a total of 3. And he gets 2. I press because the elves are now at war, and I don't want him mustering up, so I need to take out Lorien. No card. I get no hits. He gets 1 back. I press. No card. I hit once. He gets 2 back. I press again. I get my hit. And that takes Lorien out. I say brutal swings. I say, but there's still a chance. I know there's still a chance. So we'll see how this battle is coming up. I decided to draw strategy cards. I need to find a way to hit them. Moves to the Fellowship and draws Elven Rope. I attack Helm's Deep. He decides not to shine. I'm like, just so you know, that's the whole battle. So he shines. I say, okay. I play Mumakil. He plays Sudden Strike. Nothing on the strike. And I get 2 hits. And he gets 1. And 1 more back. So I get 2, which is good. He gets 2. I say I almost got the 2+1. I didn't. That was Path of the Moses, by the way. So now I'm safe from it. So we did have it. So I'm glad I blocked it. So I stop. He moves the Rohan guys back. And these guys down. I decide to use my ring to see if I can win the game here. He shines. I play Words of Power. That could cancel, and I decide to cancel Aragorn, which is 2 leadership and his combat ability. And I get 1 hit, and he gets 4 back with Valor. So I decided to press, because why not? And I play Onslaught. He plays Valor again. I get nothing. And he gets 4. So there was that combat. So now I'm nervous, because now he can potentially dunk the ring. I don't have any leadership here. I don't know, maybe I'm making a mistake to even go after Helm's Deep at this point. But, you know... Gandalf the White is there with Aragorn and Rohan. It's pretty epic, not going to lie. I draw Falcon from the Deep Pits of Mordor. He rolls lots of movement, so there's a chance he could dunk it here. If he moves 4 times without getting revealed. So he moves and draws a 2. He's safe. He takes it. I condense onto... this guy's going the wrong way. That was kind of stupid. I think I was thinking I'm going to go towards Rivendell. But instead I went to Helm's Deep. He passes, I exchange the Witch King. That brings everyone to war. And now I move the Witch King to Helm's Deep just so I can cycle cards. I attack Helm's Deep. He shines. I play Relentless Assault. He plays Daring Defiance, so I can't even use it. And he protected 4 hits on himself. And it turns into 0, and he gets 4 back. Actually, he forfeits his whole leadership with Daring Defiance. I don't know if Daring Defiance can work. Because he's shining, he shouldn't be able to use Daring Defiance. But because I made that mistake over here in Druaith Lar with the cards, we're going to call it even. Just for the viewers here in the video. But that shouldn't have been able to work. He moves the Fellowship, draws an eye, which is a 3 reveal. So that's going to stop his Fellowship chances to dunk here. I said I wanted to sit on Helm's Deep again. He hides the Fellowship. I attack Helm's Deep again. And I want to cycle more cards. I play a Deadly Strife. He plays a Power 2 Great. And I get 3, because I can't reroll. And he gets 5 back. And I draw Horde from the East. So he could easily dunk next turn too. I know his corruption's really high, but the hunt pool is not that awful. These don't kill him. Nothing. There's -2 still there, so I'm feeling really nervous right now. So let's see what happens. I flip the mouth, attack Helm's Deep again, cycling a strategy card. Play Deadly Strife against Heroic Death, and I get 1. And he gets 3 back. So he takes his leader out, and I draw Shadow Lengthens, which can help me, because now I can reinforce Helm's Deep. It's I say yikes. He's like, what a mess. He Mustard is an elite in Woodland Realm because they've just been sitting there. Gimli's been hanging out the whole game, just watching this. Like, wow, it's pretty epic down there. Let me enjoy my beer. I play Shadow Lengthens so I can get 1 more attack in. Consider elite into Woodland Realm, and I give my ring. Hopefully to kill him here. I got 1 shot. HD. No card. I put this for battle. He shines. I got my 2 hits. I remember at this point I was like yelling really loud. So this was an insane game. I had a lot of fun playing it. This is a longer video than I thought it was going to be, but it was really fun. It's Lords of Middle Earth, so the game goes a lot longer. Let's look at the stats before I forget. All right, you're going to see a weird map here. Let's see how the game went. All right, so he was pretty low on hits, as we can see. That cost in the game, for sure. I was also minus on hits, but being -6, -3, not good. Especially when you have those gigantic forces. So I think it seemed to favor me this game. I want to thank, again, JZW27 for playing this. And again, this video is dedicated to Josh Davis for your support and for always being enthusiastic about these videos. I know some of you are fans of the War of the Ring stuff, obviously. I am trying to play more Fury of Dracula. I try to do that once a week. But I also want to get these videos out. So thank you all for watching. This is a long adventure. Thank you to JZW27. Don't forget you can find me on the Discord. And talk to you all soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.